Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a new era has dawned in Asian club football. It is the very first edition of the Asian Football Confederation Women's Champions League, the first of its kind for women's football in Asia, and a very exciting night for us ahead. Welcome in to Incheon in South Korea. Namdong Asiad Rugby Stadium is the venue where two powerhouse clubs, the Hyundai Steel Red Angels from Korea Republic and the Islamic Republic of Iran's BAM Khatoon FC, will be both fighting for a place in the semi-finals. This is the very first quarter-final of the AFC Women's Champions League and a chance for one team to go through to the Final Four. Weather conditions pretty perfect. It's cool and clear. Temperatures hovering around 12 degrees, as you just saw. And the players and teams will be out in a moment as we take a peek at how that field looks. Just beautiful night for football here in Incheon. Well, it comes after a long wait for women's football. This match, highly anticipated, the first of its kind, as I mentioned, for women's football in Asia, comes after 3 editions of the Women's Club Championship, the AFC's pilot program, and the first edition of a women's club tournament across the most competitive nations in Asia. A massive prize money on offer, the biggest prize purse for Asian women's football in the continent, a US $1 million prize on offer for the club that wins. But they have to get there first, and it is the first of the quarterfinals tonight to determine who will take the first semi-final placing. It is the Hyundai Steel Red Angels taking on BAM Khatoon FC, and it is a pleasure to be bringing you the action from Incheon. My name is Kate Allman, and we cannot wait for this one to kick off. Coming shortly, the kickoff will be taking place at the top of the hour as we settle in and get ready for a massive night of football. So the crowd's starting to fill up here in Incheon at Namdong Asiad Rugby Stadium. Of course, the red shirts represent the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, one of the most storied clubs in Asia. Of course, Korea Republic is where they hail from, and BAM Khatoon FC, the Islamic Republic of Iran, fans have travelled all the way over to watch this one. Capacity of stadium is about 5,000 or just under, but these two teams have the most experience at international club level. They've made 2 appearances each at the AFC Women's Championship, and the winner of this one is going to go on and take on either Melbourne City or Taichung Blue Whale in the semi-finals. Of course, Melbourne City, the Australian club, will play tomorrow, and Taichung will play them tomorrow as well. They're from Taiwan, the Taichung Blue Whale.
Let's welcome the team of Khatoon FC and Hyundai Steel Red Angels.
선수단 입장에 있겠습니다. 양 팀의 선수를 힘찬 박수로 환영해 주십시오.
So here come the match officials, and the match ball presented on top of that beautiful looking design trophy, the AFC Women's Champions League. The very first time this club championship has run, representing a new era in Asian club football, a new era for women's football in Asia. And the first edition of what we hope will be a massive tournament across the years, across the most competitive nations in Asia. So Khatoon FC in the yellow on the left of your screen, and the Hyundai Steel Red Angels in red on the right. They enter the pitch. Two, as I said, of the most experienced teams at international club level. Hyundai Steel Red Angels were top of Group A, hailing from the Korea Republic. And Khatoon second in their group, only narrowly behind Melbourne City, the Australian team. So the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, they top Group A. They're domestically an absolute record-breaking team and club. They domestically achieved their 11th WK League title in Korea in 2023, but most recently finished 4th. So interesting times. They've also just changed a number of their players as they are in the off-season. The Women's K-League runs from March to September. They've also been runners-up in the AFC Women's Club Championship. Back in 2023, the Hyundai Steel Red Angels were. But it's a familiar position to be in as well for Khatoon. They've been runners-up in 2022. And they are eager to go one better. Both teams are excited for this matchup and this opportunity to get through to the semi-finals. And of course, the major event after that, the main event, the grand final, the final of the tournament, where $1 million US is on offer for the team that wins. So the players are buzzing with anticipation. Backed by their home fans, the Hyundai Steel Red Angels probably come into this match as favourites. But who's to know what can happen? Anything can happen in these matches. Let's take a look at how they're going to line up. The home side, Hyundai Steel Red Angels, have just brought in a new coach, Hur Jung-jae, who is a new coach taking over the reins from Kim Un-suk. The lineup lost a number of key players in the off-season, but look out for a couple of stars. Coming off a 2-0 win against Wuhan Jingda, they are. Thank you to our match officials for this evening. We've got a referee, Asaka Koizumi from Japan. Now, Khatoon FC, this is a team you cannot expect to come in as secondary or underdogs. They're missing defender Shahnaz Jafari, but they have some stars in number 10, Atifa Ramazani Da, the captain, and number 23, Mona Hamoudi. Those two players alone can change a game, and we know how powerful Hamoudi is in front of goal. I'm sure they will be making impact tonight. So the Reds get warmed up. Mariam Dini, the 18-year-old superstar from the Islamic Republic of Iran, does her final stretches as well. Our assistant referee is Makoto Bozono from Japan and Iki Shihiro from Japan. Our fourth official is Yamashita Yoshimi, also from Japan. So the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, the most titled team in the Korea Republic, and Khatoon, likewise in the Islamic Republic of Iran, the most titled of the Iranian Women's League. 11 championships they have won in Iran. Much like the Steel Red Angels, both teams have won 11 domestic league crowns. These are the best of the best. Asian women's football. Sit tight, strap in, lock in, because this is going to be a tight one. We are into the knockout stages, folks. the very first of the Asian AFC Women's Championship. And the important matches start right now.
Let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So here we go. It is the Hyundai Steel Red Angels against BAM Khatoon in the very first quarterfinal of the AFC Women's Champions League. A chance to not only take a place in the semi-final, but to be part of history in Asian women's football. You cannot overstate how big of a game this is for both teams as we see the first foray forward through BAM Khatoon. Ball goes backwards, forwards, straight into the box, looking for an option. Couldn't get there. They go back out instead. So the Hyundai Steel Red Angels in the red. Their turn to go forwards. Here's Yuka. Toriumi Yuka with the first strike on goal. Little too far out to cause any kind of damage there. And the goalkeeper for BAM Khatoon tonight, Raha Yazdani. Of course, the coach for BAM Khatoon, coached since 2010, Marzieh Jafari, most titled women's coach in Iran, having won 9 championship titles. Here come the Reds. Little foray forward from Kim So-yoon, and that goes into touch. But it is Marzieh Jafari, I was saying, won 9 championship titles in Khalsa women's football in Iran. Kim Seung goes back to Kim Min-soo. And now Park Yoon. Toriumi Yuka threads one out to the sideline and an early shot. And an early save by Raha Yazdani, the goalkeeper for BAM Khatoon, showing what exactly she's worth. A 37-year-old, the oldest player in the group, Raha Yazdani. And with that kind of save, you can see how experienced she is. A great save, but there's going to be a corner for the Reds. Players are told to get back into position. Jiang Chang, a national team player for Korea since 2016, been with the Steel Reds since 2022, scored a goal in the group stage, the very first match. She'll take the corner. Here's the corner, short one to Kim Seung, gets it back, Chang. Jiang Chang threads one over the top, nearly got to Ko Yoo-jin, but it's headed away. Great defense by BAM Khatoon. It looks like it was Malika Motavali, one of the stars of this BAM Khatoon side. 10 caps for the Iranian national team. Part of the women's Olympic qualifier squad in 2024, but didn't play in that one. Looks like there's a discussion being had between Raha Yazdani, goalkeeper, and that's taken a little early, told to go back and start again. So it's Kim So-yoon and the new coach on screen there, watching his team. Kim So-yoon gets it in to the blender and a header straight at the goalkeeper. Not bad. Another save made by Raha Yazdani. That one straight on the body. Does well. Takes it to ground. But the header was pretty good from Park Yoon. In fact, it was Ko Yoo-jin, right place, right time on the back post. So Raha Yazdani sends one into the night sky. Cool night here in Incheon. Hovering around 12 degrees, but no doubt it'll get colder, and that surface tends to get a little bit dewy. So we'll see how that impacts things as Yeon Hee goes out to the left wing. Try to thread this through the middle. Park Yeon. Nice ball to the forward line. Toriumi Yuka has to get through a defender. Yuka, and she can't do it. So the Reds go all the way back to their keeper now. Now through the middle. Yeon Hee. Out wide looking for the winger, and it was interrupted by one of the Iranian players. Jang Chang connects with the midfielder. Now they can go forwards. Toriumi Yuka, Japanese import for the club. Just joined the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, did Toriumi Yuka. Japanese forward. She's new to the team, but has played for her country and plenty of pedigree. So just recapping, it is the off-season for the WK League, the Women's Korean League, and there are plenty of players missing from this Hyundai Steel Red Angels that would have played in the group stage. Notably, Teresa Engesha, who was their top scorer, scored 5 goals, has not featured in this game and will not, as she's changed clubs in the off-season. She's gone over to Wuhan Jiangda, who are also playing, of course, in the semi-finals tomorrow. That'll be interesting to see how she impacts their team. As the ball goes forward for the Reds, Kim So-yoon's onside. Has to be got rid of by the defence of Bam Khatoon. Nice run by Kim So-yoon. And well played as well by Fatima Amina, who's a defender who's represented Iran on multiple occasions since she was in the under-14s. So players line up. Here's the cross. Goes high to the back post. The hands of Raha Yazdani get there first. It's volleyed back in. Hits a defender. Volleyed back out. And Bam Khatoon have a chance to counter-attack now. They've not had too many of these. This is good, though, from Bam Khatoon. Mona Hamoudi, the one to watch. She's out the front. Gets backwards to Negin Zandi. Zandi takes a shot off the post. It ricochets into a dangerous area, but it's got away just in time by Lee Deok-ju. Oh, wow. That was almost so close. A really nice piece of build-up play by Bam Khatoon. Negin Zandi, a 21-year-old, provided an assist in the recent game against the College of Asian Scholars Thai team. And that was a 2-1 win for Bam Khatoon. Now, unlike the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, Bam Khatoon, very similar lineup to what they brought to the group stage. Possibly know how each other works together a little more. Here come the Reds, though. And that one's gone straight into the face of the player who appears to be down. Yeah, Sashi and Kamanga got that one right in the belly. And that's got to hurt. Nevertheless, here come the Reds with a flying ball over the top. Sashi and Kamanga, though, looked really quite winded by that. Sometimes it can just hit you right in the diaphragm. She looks to be okay, so she'll run it off. And Raha Yazdani will restart things. But this is the earlier attempt. A really nice piece of play by Hamoudi, and then Zandi. So close to going in, almost gets through the goalkeeper's hands. It's Kim Min-jung in goals for Korean team, the Red Angels. End-to-end football. Here's Kim Song-mi. Was she taken down there? Kim Sung-mi certainly thought she was. No penalty given. It was just right on the edge of the box. So an early worrying one for Bam Khatoon, who breathed a sigh of relief. So if you are just joining us, it is the quarterfinals. 8 teams keep their quest for glory alive. And these two looking for a chance to go to the top 4, the semi-finals. Kim So-yoon back to Oh Yeon-hae. Oh Yeon-hae can't get through. Here comes Bam Khatoon's defense. Nice piece of play by Hamoudi. Comes back to help out. Sends it through the midfield. Midfield cross didn't work out. It's stolen away by the Reds again. Kim So-yoon, great piece of footwork. Still, there's yellow shirts all over the place. They've got to get through, so they go backwards. Kim Min-soo. And a nice slide tackle made. Bam Khatoon really defending well at this point of the game. They've spent most of the game defending. Chance now into the box. Put away out of danger by Fatima Amina. Nice step over by Guerra. But stolen back for the Reds. Toriumi Yuka. Little chip forward for Toriumi. She can't get onto it. But a really nice piece of play. And Atifa Ramazanizadeh, the captain, makes a captain's save there. The slide tackle time to perfection. Ramazanizadeh. Iranian national team player since 2016 and a 32-year-old real veteran of the game. Veteran of this team. Ball forward for Bam Khatoon. No one there. They're going to get it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Toriumi Yuka. Reds. Oh no, this might be stolen away by Bam Khatoon. Chance to keep it in, and they do. Sarah Dida. She ends up on the floor, but I think no malice in it. Sarah Dida, one of the players to watch as well in this team. A really attacking midfielder, very good at tackling, winning ball, and a real distributor. She had an assist in the recent game, the 2-1 win against the Asian Scholars, the College of Asian Scholars from Thailand. That was in the group stage. Rami Ranizadeh. Chance now for Naginzandi. Earns the free. She was battling with Kim Min-soo. Ended up on the floor, 2 players in a tangle. Min-soo got in the way there. Yeah, I think that's probably called obstruction. And then the tangle at the end probably did it there. So a free kick, almost as if taking a corner here for Bam Khatoon. So here comes Naginzandi to kick it in after winning a free in a dangerous zone. Headed away, headed back, and saved. Kim Min-jung, the goalkeeper for the Steel Reds, makes a fingertip save over the bar after chaos in the box. Well, the first strike was good. Defender was right there. In fact, Oh Yeon-hae with the first save with her head might have even saved the goalkeeper. There's still a chance here for Bam Khatoon. Got to be quick with it, the Reds, and they do get it out of danger. Fatima Amina goes all the way back to her goalkeeper now. Yazdani sends it back into the middle. It's great to hear the fans out in force as well in Incheon for this quarterfinal match of the AFC Women's Champions League. ball forward for Bam Khatoon. Now Kuya Jin just goes backwards to her goalkeeper. Now they go up the left sideline, the Reds. Not used that side very often. Of course, this is the very first inaugural Asian Women's Champions League, and it kicked off all the way back in August last year, featuring 21 clubs all competing for the main prize. Then it went to a group stage late last year, and these are the quarterfinals. They will go on to semi-finals and finals in May. That will be at a location yet to be determined, a centralised location. And right now, we are waiting to see who's going to come out on top between the Korean team, the Hyundai Steel Reds, and Bam Khatoon. Here's a cross, a chance for the Reds. Floats over the top to Kim So-yoon. And that's a nice pass in, and it's over. Oh, wow. Oh Yeon-hee. Her eyes lit up when she saw the net empty and just couldn't bring it down. Almost leant back on it too much, and it was spinning over the top. The pass, though, by Kim So-yoon to set her up, really perfect. Raha Yazdani in goals has been doing an excellent job making herself big in the net, an imposing figure to get around, and it's still 0-0 here. Well, there's a strong whistle coming from the referee there. Looks like Mona Hamoudi was involved. Toriyuma Yuki as well. So Mona Hamoudi might win the free kick here. Sarah, in fact, Dida was obstructed maybe. Free kick goes to the Steel Reds. Jang Chang, the midfielder, steps up. Korean national team player. 1 goal in this tournament in the group stage. Jang Chang lofts one into the box. It's headed away just in time. Park Hyun got some work to do to get around the defense. Lee Duk-ju with a powerful hit. Heads straight into Motavelli. And Motavelli gets it out of danger, but not yet completely free. Lee Duk-ju. Kamanga got rid of it. And really well defended once more by Bam Khatoon. Well, goalkeeper Raha Yazdani looks to have got some kind of hamstring issue, hopefully just a cramp. Of course, the weather is cool here, hovering around 12 degrees Celsius. So, of course, that imposes potential risk for cramps and other stiffness issues. Hopefully it is just a cramp, but she is holding on to that hamstring a lot. A worrying sign for Mazia Jafari, the coach, who's going to take some time to send some instructions. This is the most titled women's coach in Iran. She's won 9 championship titles with this team. So Yazdani's getting some spray on the hamstring as He Jung-jae, the new coach for the Reds, also sends some instructions out. Yazdani's getting up. She looks to be okay. We'll keep an eye on that one for you. So play restarts. Here they come again. Bam Khatoon, unable to get into the attacking third very often. Had a couple of strikes at goal and really close to scoring, but otherwise it's been the way of the Reds in terms of possession. And that one falls off the touchline, giving it straight back to Bam Khatoon. Ramizanizadeh gets in a tangle, and they will give that free kick to the Reds. Sideline throw in fact. So in terms of possession, it has been really in favour of the Reds. 77% of possession going to the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, just 23% for BAM Khatoon. The home crowd advantage is certainly real as well, as you can hear the crowd getting involved. Toriyuma Yuka. Here's a ball forward for Kim Min-soo to go on to. Can't get there. Kim Min-soo, 22-year-old, didn't play too many minutes during the group. In fact, no minutes for Kim Min-soo during the group stage. Really earning her position here on the field, though, doing a power of work at the back there. Usually plays in the midfield, has moved back to defence for this game. Ku Yujin throws one up the right sideline. Headed down, trying to control it, the Reds do. They go through Kim Min-seo again, the distributor. Now Park Yi-yoon. Being forced backwards by Mona Hamoudi. Mona Hamoudi is just always a lurking threat for the Iranian forward line. She's scored in both 2 games in the preliminary stage. Here's Oh Yeon-hee. Yeon-hee, really fast pace. Kim Seo-yoon goes forward and straight in front of goal. It goes into the net. It's Toriyuma Yuka, the Japanese import who scores for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels. And the Reds go up first. Well, there's discussion being had with the referee and the goalkeeper, Raha Yazdani, but Coach He Jung-jae will be very happy with that. The setup was absolutely beautiful, and the control by Toriyuma Yuka to pull that down in front of her and then just chip it in. Nothing much that Raha Yazdani could do about it. So it is 1-0 as the Korean side, the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, they get up first. Ball goes into touch, and then it'll be a throw in for the Reds. Whistle goes in the middle of the field as 2 players get caught up. Sarah Dida and Park Yi-yoon. There's a free kick to the Angels. Ball forward now. The Steel Red Angels a chance to go forward. Kim So-yoon. The previous goal not counted, it looks like. Chance in front of goal. So we're just going to correct things here. Apologies, the earlier goal was not counted, although it did look like it was in. In fact, it was disallowed. It was obviously an infringement in front of goal, and our apologies for the confusion there. So it is still 0-0 here in Incheon. We will keep you updated with what happened, but the score reads Hyundai Steel Red Angels 0, Bam Khatoon 0. It is anyone's game. That's the headline. It looked like Toriumi Yuka came so close, but it was not to be. They're still 0-0 here. Toriumi, in fact, goes down there. Bam Khatoon win it back. So now the Reds go all the way back to their goalkeeper, Kim Min-jung. Kim So-yoon sends one forward to run onto. Here's a chance for them to go forward. Kim Seong-mi can throw it into the danger zone. Here's Toriumi Yuka. In fact, it was Oh Yeon-hae who had it fall at her feet. And she just couldn't direct it goalward. There was a defender right in the way. Atifa Ramizanizadeh got her body in the way. Just tipped it over the goal line. So there will be a corner kick. It is 0-0. Previous goal didn't count. Will this one? Jang Chang to kick it in for the Steel Red Angels to go one up. That one's on the side netting. So close, Park Hee-yoon with a header, and it was just a little bit long. The cross made it difficult for Park Hee-yoon to get in and in front of the back post. Really nice ball otherwise. I tell you what though, Raha Yazdani in goals for Bam Khatoon has been absolutely outstanding. So we're just getting confirmation now about the previous goal. It was offside, and our apologies for not being able to show you that on screen at the time and adding to the confusion. But the previous goal, offside, was called before the goal, obviously, and the score reads 0-0. As Bam Khatoon receive a get out of jail free card for that one, because it looked for all reports to be a goal. So still no one has scored in this quarterfinal, which made things all the more exciting. Nearly 30 minutes in. Of course, this is the first of 4 quarterfinals this weekend. It's one later on tonight. You can watch all of them via the YouTube hub. There'll be 2 more tomorrow night as we watch a free kick being awarded in the middle of the field again for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels. So possession now 81% in favour of the Red Angels. It is really all the way of the Korean team. Mariam Dini gets one forward, hoping for a play to run onto it. This is how Bam Khatoon have tended to mount their attacks. They're very aggressive. They want to go direct to goal. The Steel Red Angels really want to build up through the midfield like this one. On the left wing is Kim Seong-mi. She's got to beat one. Sashin Kamanga can't get there. It trails over the goal line. Yazdani trying to connect with a midfielder. The Iranian team just cannot string some passes together at the moment, being suffocated by the Reds. Here's Kim Seong-mi doing a power of work on the left wing there. Goes inside. Lee Deok-ju. Kim Seong-mi. Deok-ju. And now Zhang Chang. Zhang Chang to cross it in. Yazdani, the double fist, gets it away. Park Yi-yoon. And now the Reds have a chance. It's interrupted. And it's booted back out of the danger zone. Well, BAM Khatoon coach Mazia Jafari is really up and out of her seat, shouting all kinds of directions from the sideline. Really wants to see her team attacking. Is this it? Nagin Zandi can't get to it first. Hamoudi can't get there either. Mariam Dini might be able to. Here's Hamoudi. Not enough power on that to cause any kind of trouble, but they will get the throw in from the sideline here. And finally, it is in their attacking third. Ramizanizadeh gets it in. Zandi has to work around the defense. Oh, she's pulled down. Yeah, that is a free kick, and it is in a good spot for a free kick too. Zhang Chang certainly had a hand on the jersey there. It was just earlier, probably difficult to see from that angle, but certainly from our angle where we're sitting, it was a free kick awarded. So what can BAM Khatoon do here? They've had very little of the possession, but they've had their opportunities. And it just feels like luck is falling their way now. The earlier goal for the Red Angels disallowed. Now BAM Khatoon. Guerra. That swings wide. Fatima Guerra, the 25-year-old, she's played for her country since the age of 13. Certainly you'd think one of the most experienced at taking that kind of kick, just unfortunately got a little too much swing on it. Sent it beyond the post. Here's Park Yi-yoon. Has to go long as she's harangued by a defender. Captain Rami Zanizada, who set up all of that attacking play, now has to go defend once more. Lee Deok-ju finds Zhang Chang. Interrupted this time by Sarah Didar. Well, they've got to get Sarah Didar more involved, BAM Khatoon. One of the more powerful weapons they've got in their arsenal. Certainly younger, but a distributor, really pacey, attacking player. Very good at turning defense into attack. Here's what they'll try to do here. Nice header down for the Reds to go forward. Instead, it's interrupted by the defense, but Zhang Chang, really nice piece of play. Momentum is building for the Korean side. The Hyundai Steel Red Angels. Here's Kim So-yoon, takes a step inside. Sized up the option to shoot, didn't. Went backwards instead. Oh Hyun-jae. Yeon-hee. Oh Yeon-hee goes into the middle, and there's a shot taken. It trails wide once more as Raha Yazdani ends up on the floor. I tell you what, Toriumi Yuka on screen. She nearly scored the goal that was disallowed, and she's been in position to get on target again and again. Feels like a matter of time. So still 0-0 here in Incheon in the very first quarterfinal, the knockout stage of the AFC Women's Champions League. Korea Republic have the Hyundai Steel Red Angels representing them. And the Islamic Republic of Iran have BAM Khatoon. Two teams, the most titled teams in their national leagues, both with 11 titles. 11 championships in their domestic leagues. As we see a play going down, a little bit sore. Play continues at the back though. Well, that looks like a free kick to the Red Angels as BAM Khatoon were on a blazing attack down the left wing. And again, just couldn't get to it first, and certainly there were a bit of hands in the back of the jersey there. So Kim Min-jung, the goalkeeper, starts things off from the back. Kim Min-jung not had too much to do at the back for the Reds, with all the possession down the other end. The Reds have had 7 shots on goal, 2 of them on target. But BAM Khatoon, they've only had 4 shots and 1 on target. Here comes another chance. Very little possession for BAM Khatoon, but some good opportunities. They love to play aggressive. The coach, Mazia Jafari, has said they like to go straight to goal where they can. When the corridor opens up, they're going to take it. And they'll get this throw in, maybe start things off here. Ramizanizadeh. Fatima Guerra. Knocked out over the sideline by Kim Min-soo. So the captain for BAM Khatoon throws it in, still looking for an opportunity on goal. The Reds take the opportunity to counter-attack. Nice in and out. Threads it to Oh Yeon-hee. Oh, here's a chance now for Jang Chang. She just couldn't quite get on the end of it. And Raha Yazdani happily falls on the ball once more. Jang Chang, the captain for the Hyundai Steel Reds, set it up. Almost set up perfectly. In fact, it was set up by Toriumi Yuki and Jang Chang couldn't quite get on the end of it. Many chances going forward. No goals yet, though, for either side. Feels inevitable. Kim Seon. Kim So-yoon threads one out to the left. This is a chance for the Reds. They go back inside. Jang Chang was there, but just a metre off target. Oh Yeon-hee gets at the back. They maintain possession, the Reds. Ko Yoo-jin. Park Yi-yoon. And 2 players on the ground. Now it looks like there might be a yellow card. 1 player injured, or certainly looking that way. Toriumi Yuka, the Japanese superstar forward, midfielder. Clutching at her right ankle. She'll hopefully be okay. She's going to receive some physio attention. And it does look like Sarah Dida will get booked for that tackle. So Sara Dida, a yellow card for the tackle on Toriyumi Yuka. And it'll restart in a dangerous area for Bam Khatoon with the captain Jiang Chang. A free kick specialist at this position, Jiang Chang. The wall gets lined up. Here's Jiang Chang. Floats one over. It's headed away by a yellow shirt and free kick awarded the other way. Raha Yazdani clutching at her right arm now. Well, let's take a look at how this all played out, because Yazdani went up high and didn't look like too much contact in it on the first look. Oh, there's blood spilling from one of the players here. The mouth, certainly a collision has occurred. Well, worried look on her Jung Jae. Coach who's just taken the reins from Kim Un-suk. Of course, Kim Un-suk was the coach through the group stage, and it's her Jung Jae for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels who has been tasked with taking the Korean side through the quarterfinals and the knockout stage, but is at the moment the goalkeeper for Bam Khatoon, Raha Yazdani, that is on the ground, and Ko Yoo-jin for the Red Angels, the defender with more than 100 caps for Korea, including her under-20s and seniors, that seems to have collided with Bam Khatoon's goalkeeper. And that was the earlier goal that was disallowed. Beautiful piece of set-up play. And certainly we all thought it went in. It was offside, unfortunately, as Toriyumi Yuka laid it out in front of goal. Certainly concern mounting for Raha Yazdani, who has kept a clean sheet in this tournament against Kitchi in August in the preliminary rounds. She is the oldest player in the group, 37 years old, and has kept some of the toughest teams to really low scores. In fact, kept Melbourne City, the Australian side, to just 2 goals in a 2-1 loss during the group stage. Ko Yoo-jin as well is going to get some attention for that bleeding lip, hopefully just a scratch. Well, it looks like both players are getting up of their own power, which is great to see. Yazdani shouts some instructions to Bam Khatoon. Ko Yoo-jin will go off and just get that lip cleaned up a little bit. And play is going to restart with just under a couple of minutes left in regulation time for this first half of the quarterfinals of the AFC Women's Champions League. Headed down by Kim Min-soo. A chance for Bam Khatoon. This is a nice piece of build-up play. The turn, the spin, the shot, and the save. A fairly straightforward save for Kim Min-jung that time. The Korean goalkeeper, playing alongside some Japanese stars, including Toriyumi Yuka. But the Steel Red Angels still keep their clean sheet alive. And Bam Khatoon protecting the goal like a fortress with Raha Yazdani between the sticks. The Red Angels trying that left sideline. It's their favourite, Jiang Chang. Wheels around, receives it back. Now she's going to go in. Jiang Chang in front of goal. Dani is still shaking that right wrist like it is stinging a little. Kim Seong-mi was standing right there, just didn't go up for it in time. So will be 4 minutes of injury time added to this first half. 4 minutes remain. A chance to go up and into the halftime sheds with a score on the board. Both teams would love it. Reds with all of the possession, most of it in their half. Oh Yeon-hee goes back. Kim Min-seo. The pace of Lee Deok-ju has been so impressive. Crossing ball. Nobody home and it's not cleared. Not dealt with. Oh Yeon-hee can chase it up. Nice little move inside. That's a captain's move by Ramiz Zanizadeh. Kim Min-seo steps inside, beats the defender. Great footwork. Kim So-yoon. The Hyundai Steel Red Angels. Here's the cross, a chance to go 1 goal up before halftime. It's punched away by Raha Yazdani, the goalkeeper for BAM Khatoon, who's had more touches than just about anyone on the field. What a player. And that looks like not within entirely the rules of the game. An infringement on the sideline right in front of the bench. And Jang Chang taken down unceremoniously by one of the star players, Mona Hamoudi, off the other side. Jang Chang. The captain to send this in and to send her team 1 goal up. Can they do it? No, hits the defender. It'll be a throw-in instead. Really nice defense there by Mariam Dini for BAM Khatoon. Jang Chan goes backwards to go forwards. Kim Min-seo. Now Jeong Yoo-jin. Jeong Yoo-jin. Another free kick awarded. The Red Angels get it through Park Yi-eun. They might have to take it quickly though. Under a minute left of injury time allocated. Park Yi-eun. Oh Yeon-hee. Stolen away. Really nice play there. And a chance for Fatima Amina to go forward. Now Nagin Zandi. She's got to play it a beat. Can BAM Khatoon steal it away just before halftime? Oh, wow. It looked like a little push there the referee did not see. Jeong Yoo-jin certainly had a couple of hands on the jersey of the BAM Khatoon player there. The referee calls for civility. Everyone calm down. Looks like the referee is going to have a chat with her assistants. Nazia Jafari, the coach of BAM Khatoon since 2010. 15 years as coach of the most titled team in Iran, women's football. Well, the crowd on the edge of their seats and certainly really enjoying the action here in Incheon for the AFC Women's Champions League. The Red Angels fans certainly look worried as Bam Khatoon fans look a little more enthused. Will be a goal kick, and not much time left on the clock. This might be one of the last plays of the first half. The Reds know it as well. So there it is, the first half down, 1 half to go in this historic matchup in the quarterfinals of the AFC Women's Champions League. A really hot contested battle with Bam Khatoon coming close on a couple of occasions, but the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, 1 goal disallowed, many shots on target, many saves made by Bam Khatoon. So halftime here in Incheon in the quarterfinals of the AFC Women's Champions League. Steel Red Angels 0, Bam Khatoon 0.
何かポしていけばいい。Keep hoisting. Keep hoisting. Keep hoisting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Incheon in South Korea for this historic quarterfinal of the inaugural AFC Women's Champions League. It is the clash of two powerhouse clubs, the Hyundai Steel Red Angels from Korea Republic and the Islamic Republic of Iran's BAM Khatoon FC, both fighting for a place in the semi-finals, both with one half in the books and just 45 minutes plus injury time left in this match to secure their place in the top four. It's been BAM Khatoon on the defensive for most of the match. Red Angels have been attacking with ferocity. Jiang Chang, the captain on screen, has been leading most of that attack. She had a goal in the group stage, not got a goal yet. And certainly we expect goals to start falling. Kim Myung-jin looks like she's going to come on. She will, and so will number 39, Haruhi Suzuki. Oh, Yeon-hee is going to go off. And substitutions being made at halftime there as the Red Angels take their group final positions and say their final instructions. 45 minutes left of regulation time for both coaches to earn a win. Marzieh Jafari would love to be in the top four in this inaugural AFC Women's Champions, and so would her Jung-jae of the Republic of Korea. So here we go. First half in the books, 0-0 still reads the scoreline. You cannot split these two teams, but the next 45 minutes might. So here we go, second half of the first quarterfinal in the knockout stage of the AFC Women's Champions League. The Hyundai Steel Red Angels from the Korea Republic against BAM Khatoon FC representing the Islamic Republic of Iran. And it has been a tightly contested battle so far. Hyundai Steel Red Angels will take possession early. They've taken possession for most of the match and they've been fighting aggressively to go forward all game. That one goes over the goal line. Earlier we had Toriyumi Yuka of the Hyundai Steel Red Angels have a shot. There's the new player Kim Myung-jun, who's come in off the bench at halftime. But it was Toriyumi Yuka who had a strike on goal from right in front of that goalkeeper, Raha Yazdani. It went into the net, but it was disallowed, and we've just had an update from the technical officials. It was disallowed due to a handball, so confirming that first goal was a handball in the first half, meaning the score still rests at 0-0, which makes this second half all the more important, all that much more exciting. Neither team able to find the scoreboard yet. Plenty of time for that to happen though. 45 minutes left, one half to determine the semi-finalists. And here come the Reds. Kim Myung-jin off the bench. She made an impact immediately. Fresh legs have really helped. There was power in this strike. I wonder if Hamudi or Ramizanizadeh was able to get just a toe on it in the defense for BAM Khatoon. It's been BAM Khatoon defending for most of the match. If you're just joining us, the goalkeeper Raha Yazdani has been making save after save for BAM Khatoon. Really kept the team in this game. Here's Kim Seong-mi for the Reds. Jiang Chang, the captain, setting up all kinds of goal attempts. That one looked like it was a handball. Yes. Sarah Dida, unfortunately, just clipping the hand there as Jiang Chang looks ready to take this free kick. There's been 8 fouls conceded by BAM Khatoon, just 5 fouls for the Red Angels. And this one in a good spot for Jiang Chang to possibly curl it in. Kim Seon comes up to help out, and the crowd gets involved too. We are in Namdong Asiad Rugby Stadium. And it's a beautiful night for football. Will it be the night of the Korean side? The Hyundai Steel Red Angels. Jiang Chan decides against the short pass. Instead puts the hands up, and she looks like she's going to loft this one into the blender. In front of goal, headed away by a yellow shirt. Really well done, and looks like she also had some kind of contact that was not within all of the rules of the game. Yeah, a little touch in the back there by Jeong Yoo-jin. Enough to give a free kick away. Our referee tonight is Asaka Kozumi from Japan, and she's assisted by Makoto Bazono and Iki Chihiro. Our fourth official is Yamashita Yoshimi. Here's Jiang Chang. Oh, the captain beats two. That's lovely work by Jiang Chang. Now Haruhi Suzuki. Suzuki off the bench. Suzuki into the box. Can't get to a teammate. Was looking for Kim Myung-jin, but maybe a chance now for Chang. Jiang Chang sends one over the crossbar, and that has been the story of the night for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels at this point in time. They've had plenty of opportunities in the box and in front of goal. They've just not been able to get it on target. And for all of the possession they have held, the scoreline is still 0-0. In fact, the stats show 81.6% possession for the Red Angels, just 18% possession for Bam Khatoon. Yet they are still in it, mostly thank you to Rahaj Yazdani in goals. She has been absolutely outstanding. Fascinating game. Here they go again, the Reds, attacking always. Bam Khatoon say it's our turn. They turn around, go backwards. Jiang Chang. Now Kim Myung-jin. Kim Myung-jin, nice little outside of the toe, foot inside to the midfielder. I've been really impressed by Lee Deok-ju, who has incredible speed on the left wing for the Korean side. Here's Lee Deok-ju. Oh, just behind it. And it's intercepted instead by Sara Dida. Nice step inside. The Reds attacking now. They can have a shot. Instead, they go. Leave it for Kim Seong-mi. Seong-mi sends one over, and that one's gone wide. Opportunity gone begging as Kim Myung-jin can't chase it down. Well, she had Haruhi Suzuki in the box, lurking at the far post, and that doesn't look like a pleased look on the coach of He Jung-jae. The coach of Hyundai Steel Red Angels, who was appointed this year, took the reins from Kim In-suk, who coached through the group stage, and his first managing position in the Women's K-League. Has experience as a national team coach at under 17 and under 20 levels for Korea's national team, but He Jung-jae now coaching in the Women's K-League and coaching the most titled team in the Women's K-League, the Hyundai Steel Red Angels. These are the two powerhouse teams of both Korea and Iran, both sides with 11 championships under their belts. Both have been runner-ups in the AFC Championship, the club championship that was a precursor to this AFC Women's Champions League. They are familiar with getting to almost the top and not quite finishing with a trophy. Both would love to finish with a trophy on this occasion. Sideline throw in for the Reds. Oh, that looks like there was a foul halfway up the field as Haruhi Suzuki got stopped in her tracks. Yeah, Sashin Kamanga had a hand on her and certainly looks like that was a foul of proportions worthy enough of a card, probably. Yeah, a yellow card awarded. So Sashin is booked and the Reds gain possession once more. Lee Deok-ju, the playmaker, tries to make something happen through Kim Seong-mi. Sashin thinks it was a handball. It'll be a throw-in for Bam Khatoon. Deok-ju. Lee Deok-ju can't connect with her captain, Jang Chang. So it's been all the way of the Hyundai Steel Red Angels in the first half. They've had 9 shots on target. Well, 9 shots, 2 shots on target. And compared to Bam Khatoon, who've had just 5 shots, 2 on target, it certainly feels like the Hyundai Steel Red Angels have had their opportunities and not taken them. Bam Khatoon defending relentlessly, managing to stay in this game. Park Yoo-jin gets a header down, nearly gets to Yang Chang. Yang Chang just can't control it in the face of the defense by Ramizanizadeh. Park Yoo-jin goes backwards. Kim Young-jin. There you go, possession 82% and in favour of the Red Angels. Nothing to show for it though, despite all that possession. There's a tangle there between Kim Seong-mi. A little bit of miscommunication as Lee Deok-ju gets in the way. A chance though for Bam Khatoon at the other end. They've got to be quick, the Red Angels. They get it back to the goalkeeper who hoofs it out of danger. Now Park Yoo-jin. Kim Young-jin. Got to beat one. Sizes up the options and goes backwards instead through Park Yoo-jin. Chance to go forward through Suzuki. Deok-ju. Now Kim Seong-mi. Seong-mi decides to take the defense on, goes back to Lee Deok-ju, and that one's interrupted. Nice play again by the defensive line of Bam Khatoon. Park Yoo-jin. Kim So-yoon has a run forward, beats the captain, Ramizanizadeh. Has to take evasive action, just kicks it into touch. Atifa Ramizanizadeh, the captain for Bam Khatoon, has been doing so much work at the back. And this time they get it back into the center of the field. Fantastic to hear the fans here in Incheon. Lee Deok-ju. Jang Chang. Now Lee Deok-ju inside the box. She can set up a teammate. And the teammate can score. Well, finally, it's Kim Young-jin for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, set up by the distributor, the playmaker that is Lee Deok-ju, who put it on a silver platter and it just had to be poked in. That one has gone all the way to the top netting. But it looks like it's going to be disallowed as well. We'll get confirmation of what exactly happened there as the ball goes up the other end. They've come so close. The Hyundai Steel Red Angels. Chance now for Bam Khatoon to go the other side. So 2 goals at the moment have not been counted for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels. The first goal coming from Toriyumi Yuka in the first half, who had a handball right in front of goal. That one there also not counted as Kim Myung-jin has another chance to go forward. They might make up for it here. The Red Angels on the 3rd attempt. Can they get it in the goal? It's headed away. Not this time. Jang Chang can't get it in. Bam Khatoon's defense still standing strong. A chance to go through traffic. Jang Chang into Suzuki. Well, this has been chaotic, and finally Raha Yazdani closes on it and can get a moment of space. So my apologies for the earlier call. The goal was actually on top of the net. It was a little bit of a crowd goal, as the crowd also thought it was in. It landed on top of the net in a crazy spinning move that was almost unbelievable. Nevertheless, Bam Khatoon get out of a jam once more, and they have a chance to attack through Negin Zandi. Kim Seong-mi, Jang Chang. Beats one, can't beat the second. Saradida lays it up instead. Hamoudi can't control it. In fact, that's Negin Zandi in centre forward now. "60 minutes into this quarterfinal, still no score. Still no score for either side, looking for the first place in the semi-finals. Lee Deok-ju, Kim Seong-mi. Lee Deok-ju has to be first to it. It's kicked away instead by Bam Khatoon defense. Well, Lee Deok-ju has been instrumental in setting up so many attacks for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels. Looks like a substitution being made. We will update you as to all of that, and they're going to take this free kick from right down in their attacking corner. Mona Hamoudi is receiving some physio attention as well. Hamoudi, one of the more dangerous players for Bam Khatoon, hasn't really been too involved yet, and I think that some of the instructions from Marzieh Jafari in this break might be to get Hamoudi involved. We know how powerful she can be. She's scored in both of 2 games in the preliminary stage. She's got 3 goals on the tournament. A handful of caps for the Iranian team, and certainly one to watch in Asian women's football. Just been unable to get her started, as most of the time Bam Khatoon has spent down this end of the park just defending their goal. Lee Deok-ju throws it in for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, and it's heaved out of danger. What can Bam Khatoon get started? Big throw forward. Sarah Dida can't get things started. Oh, a big swing and a miss. An unfortunate mistake for Bam Khatoon. That's uncharacteristic from Ramazanizada, and she gives possession to the Reds. Kim Myung-jin can go forward. Zhang Chang, the captain, lines it up, shoots it, hits a yellow shirt, still in play, and it's sent out of danger again. Bam Khatoon will not be penetrated. This defense has been absolutely unbelievable. Well, you'd think Zhang Chang had an opportunity to shoot as well on the left foot, decided to pull it inside and go on the right foot, and that little bit of extra time allowed some yellow shirts to get involved, to get in the way. They're not out of danger yet. Here's a corner. Seventh corner of the match. Will it lead to a goal? Not that way. That one caught some breeze, even though I don't feel like there's anything breezing here in the stadium. Kim Myung-jin mishits that one, and her Jung Jae is looking a little more stressed about this. His first outing as a coach of the women's side in the AFC Women's Champions League. As we've mentioned, such a historic moment to be watching this quarterfinal. An absolute treat to be watching the best of the best take the field, the continental tournament of clubs of the very best in Asia in the women's football world. The Hyundai Steel Red Angels, of course, they have the home ground advantage here at Namdong Asiad Rugby Stadium. Guerra. Chance for the Reds. Into the box and put over the goal line for another corner. Their 8th corner for the match. No goals yet. The Steel Red Angels of Incheon, with fans of the women's game from Incheon all crowded into the stadium. The ball rises high to the back post, headed away by Guerra. Booted back in, and it can be collected here by Suzuki. Still in play. The Reds on the sideline, and then they're going in, and it's still saved. Oh my goodness. Kim So-yoon had as good a strike as you could hope for, and it was saved by the defensive wall that is Bam Khatoon. Well, this was absolutely ridiculous. The play to get around the captain, Ramazanizada, and then the strike by Kim So-yoon just straight at the defender. Probably didn't quite look up, was only too bothered with beating the goalkeeper. But the goal line save by Malika Motavali. That will be a highlight to watch again and again for fans of football in Iran and around Asia, in fact. Meanwhile, there's some concern for the goalkeeper, Raha Yazdani, who did hurt her wrist in the first half and has been worried about it all game. So when you take a look at Mazia Jafari in a tense conversation with her assisting coaches. So Raha Yazdani on the ground, as I mentioned, had a little bit of an injury concern earlier in the match. 37-year-old, the oldest player in the group. And certainly not what you like to see when your number one goalkeeper goes down. Well, Zhang Chang will take a drinks break as the physios keep attending to Raha Yazdani. Just over 20 minutes left in this match, the first knockout stage of the AFC Women's Champions League, and the right arm is the concern at the moment for the goalkeeper of BAM Khatoon. She has been called into action more than any other player on the park. And you'd hate to see them lose the goalkeeper at this point as the Red Angels prepare to make a substitution. It looks like Bay Yabin is going to come on. So far, the other substitutions for the Red Angels have had a massive impact. Haruhi Suzuki and Kim Myung-jin have been really impactful as soon as they came on in after half time. So Bay Yabin comes in, fresh legs once more, a midfielder for the Hyundai Still Red Angels, who just cannot penetrate the defence at the moment. Haruhi Suzuki, another substitute. Tries to go through. Kim Min-seo is going to throw this in. Zhang Chang. Outside the box, a strike from long range. And a save once more. As Yazdani continues to show concern for that right arm. And the crowd isn't too sure about it. Here's the strike from Kim Myung-jin. Good power on it, but certainly that didn't have the direction that it needed to get around the goalkeeper. So earlier it was the hamstring, now it's the right arm, and the right arm did come up in the first half for Yazdani. But the crowd isn't too sure about all of these injuries. And it looks like the referee, Asaka Kazumi, is going to have a few words to Yazdani about that. Concern on the face of Marzieh Jafari, though. So Raha Yazdani, the arm might be a bit sore, but the foot certainly working well. The boot as powerful as ever. Park Yoo-in. Ko Yoo-jin finds Park Yoo-in, and Park Yoo-in finds the floor. A lot of drama in these past few moments. There's a collision between Sarah Dida and it's Bay Yabin, in fact, involved there. Well, the pressure is turning up a notch here in this quarterfinal match. It is still 0-0. The Hyundai Still Red Angels searching for a goal against the impenetrable defense of BAM Khatoon. Here they come again. Set up at the back. A chance for a long strike, but they don't take it. Now the long strike, and that one's going to go over the goal line. Well, Park Yoo-in had an opportunity earlier just right in the center of the field, a long way out, but possibly could have floated one in. Now Yazdani's going to take her time, using her left arm to hold that ball, and it is the right arm there it's concern over. There is some concern over the hamstring as well. So under 20 minutes to play in regulation time. Ball forward now. They have a chance, BAM Khatoon, to get back into this game. Can they do it? Hamoudi, the superstar of Iran, And set up a teammate who got rid of it over the goal line. An opportunity missed, and the gritting teeth of Mazia Jafari says it all. So the Reds instead set up from the back, taking plenty of time to do so. If this match ends in a draw, it will go to extra time, 2 15-minute halves, and then they go to penalty shootout to determine the winner of these knockout stages. So that is what we have in store if 90 minutes passes and we are still locked at 0-0. Really good pressure being made by Park Ewan. So Bam Khatoon, what can they string together? Can't even get 2 passes together. Seo Ji-yoon looks inside. And you can see by the number of passes just how dominant the Steel Red Angels have been. 447 passes to Bam Khatoon's 100. More than quadruple the amount of possession in terms of passing numbers. Bam Khatoon really struggling to connect through the midfield. Their strikers are powerful. Hamoudi, one of them, and Negin Zandi there. Those two collaborate. Hamoudi leaves it for Zandi. Those two not on the same page. Almost friendly fire. Zandi's still going. Hamoudi's on the floor, but Zandi's going to take it herself and earns a corner kick. Bae Bin is not happy about all the drama that is continuing to unfold with injuries and yeah, not sure about that one. Didn't see any contact by Bae Bin. You have to ask the question whether that's time wasting. The medical team even bringing out the stretcher now. Well, there are substitutes warming up. Zainab Abbaspour is warming up. Hamoudi is up on her feet. The stretcher not needed. Mona Hamoudi, the 31-year-old midfielder, so recognisable to so many across Asia. Don't even really know where the contact occurred. If it was there, or it might have been a cramp, or just stepped awkwardly on the knee. Here's the corner. It's wasted. A squandered opportunity for Bam Khatoon. So goalkeeper Kim Min-jung gets it out again, and a chance for Hyundai Steel Red Angels to build up play. They've been so possessive, able to play the small ball game and string a lot of passes together. Lee Deok-ju with a lot of power and pace. Tends to draw defenders to her and then exploit gaps behind. Seo Ji-yoon. Oh no, Bae Bin can have a chance. Can't get there. Sashi and Kamanga on the floor now as the corner is being lined up. And frustration, understandable for Bae Bin, who's earned a number of fouls in this recent foray and a lot of time being spent on the turf by Bam Khatoon. So another corner kick for the Steel Red Angels. 77 minutes down in the first quarterfinal. No goals have fallen yet. Jiang Chang lofts one over and it goes over the goal line once more. Certainly fatigue seems to be setting in, and He Jung-jae is not happy with that. There's been so many corners squandered. They've had all of the attack. They've had 9 corners to Bam Khatoon's 2. They've been unable to find the net. 2 goals disallowed. And nothing on the scoreboard. Well, referee Osaka Kozumi is just going to stop play as another substitute is made for Bam Khatoon. Probably good time for it. Zainab Abbaspur is coming on. Zainab, a defender for Bam Khatoon, and certainly it's been the defence of that side that have been doing most of the work. Gloves going on as well. The temperature's dropping. It started around 12 degrees and it is cold here in Incheon. So players want to stay warm, keep their hands warm. The crowd rising here in Incheon as Seo Yi-jun puts it forward for Bae Yebin, and that one's booted out off the sideline. Substitution confirmed there on your screen. Bae Yebin came on earlier. Opportunity now for the Reds! Kim Myung-jin. Happened in a flash of an eye before any of us was ready. Seo Yi-jun, and then it just landed at the feet of Kim Myung-jin. Unbelievable strike. And the tenacity, finally, of this Korean side earns them the reward they've deserved. Kim Myung-jin, the midfielder with all the star power, scores first. Well, He Jung-jae has got to be happy with that, as the scoreline for the first time this match reads 1 goal in favour of his side. And a chance now at the other end for Bam Khatoon. That one goes sailing over the goal line. And Moody just unable to get it towards the goal. If you are just joining us, it has been a dramatic game. Hyundai Steel Red Angels with 2 chances disallowed that looked, well, not 1 chance disallowed, 1 over the top that looked by all reports to be a goal and celebrated almost like a goal. 2 chances that didn't fall on the 3rd time. They get it home. 1, will it be enough? Under 10 minutes left to play. Lee Deok-ju, playmaker Bae Yebin, and now Harahu Suzuki forward, looking for Kim Myung-jin for a second go at goal. It's been Raha Yazdani's game all day. Apart from that one, she can defend most things, but that just right in front of goal is Kim Myung-jin, the scorer on screen, was able to chest it down and control it. Guerra, Fatima Guerra, looking for Zandi, can't get there. And a free kick awarded for the Reds now. Mariam Dini involved in that infringement. Kim Ming-jun, the goalkeeper, steps up as the Hyundai Steel Red Angels try to cement their lead. Ball forward, a chance in front of goal, headed over the top. It just sails wide. Wow. Haruhi Suzuki found herself in the right place at the right time with a beautiful delivery. It just kind of went further than everyone expected. Jang Chang, the captain, sending it forward for Haruhi Suzuki, and she hangs her head as would have loved to get a second just to put a nail in the coffin. As it stands, it's still 1-0 here in Incheon. Another corner though. Here come the Reds. Kim Yong-jin has a strike. Can't get the top spin on it. Just went a little too far back on the ball as she kicked it. Rahat Yazdani, the goalkeeper, to restart things. But Kim Yong-jin has been an absolute workhorse off the bench in the second half. Well, another free kick awarded by the looks of things. Asaka Koizumi awards one in favour of the Reds. And it looks like someone is hurt now on the red side. Park Ah-hoon, maybe. It's Park Hee-yoon, in fact, the midfielder. She gets up okay. So pressure building, excitement rising for the home crowd as the Hyundai Steel Reds, with 5 minutes left to play, are 1-0 up in the first quarterfinal of the AFC Women's Champions League. A lot of physicality in this match as Nagin Zandi from Bam Khatoon showcases some there. Jeon Yoo-jin, now Lee Deok-ju, pacey winger. Oh, that's interrupted by Guerra. Really good play. 18 shots the Steel Red Angels have had to Bam Khatoon's 7. Just shows how dominant they have been all game. Really, Bam Khatoon have done so well to keep them out. 6 shots on target to their 2. Bam Khatoon's defence have done all the work. Guerra pulled down. Fatima Guerra this time earns a free kick. So Fatima Guerra, a powerful kick, headed away, brought down to the advantage of her side, the yellow shirts, and they cannot get it on goal. It's been a fairly straightforward day out for Kim Ming-jun in goal for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels. Not had to make too many diving saves comparison to the other side, the goalkeeper for Bam Khatoon. Guerra looking for Hamoudi. Free kick awarded. Oh, no, in fact, offside. It was a little too good to be true. The player just snuck up beyond the defensive line. Seo Ji-yoon just has the opportunity to take a little drink of water with less than 5 minutes left in regulation time. Another substitute being made. It looks like Ko Yoo-jin is coming off. She is. And Lim Seon-ju is coming on for the final moments of this match. So Lim Seon-ju on. And number 5, Ko Yoo-jin off after contributing immensely in the first half and most of this second half. Lots of fans for Lee Dok-ju out in Incheon. As we hear the crowd getting on their feet, we are just moments away from the final whistle. Of course, injury time has to be added, but once that's over, the Steel Red Angels just have to hang on. Whereas Bam Khatoon, the equation simple. Get into the goal in the next few minutes or face going home early from this AFC Women's Champions League. The pressure is coming now. Oh, nearly stolen by the striker line of Bam Khatoon. Kim Min-jun under immense pressure. Mariam Dini from Bam Khatoon now putting pressure on. It's almost as if the strikers suddenly found their feet. Park Yi-yoon gets it back. And now there's opportunity to counter-attack as all the strikers went forward. Kim Myung-jin. So much space in the midfield for the Reds to go through. Here's Bae Bin. Sends one wide. Seo Ji-yoon goes up into the box. Kicked away. Kicked back into the advantage of Bam Khatoon, another player on the turf. They continue play. Kim Myung-jin, the goal scorer from earlier. The single goal of the match on her stat sheet. She's got to beat one. She goes backwards on miscue with a teammate. Instead, Lee Dok-ju. And they're going to check on the player that is down in the center of the field. Asaka Kozumi, the referee, will go and check. Yeah, it looks like Nagin Zandi and Fatima Pasandida. Pasandida went up. In fact, it was Nagin Zandi. All of the players receiving this spray that tends to alleviate soft tissue concerns. So 6 minutes of injury time have been added. 6 minutes remaining in this very first quarterfinal of the inaugural AFC Women's Champions League. Two powerhouses of Asia competing to go through to the top four and a chance to compete for the biggest prize purse in Asian women's football. That is what is on offer. Hyundai Steel Red Angels, 1 goal up, by no means safe, as Bam Khatoon have shown they can go end to end. They can defend really well. Haruhi Suzuki sends it forward. Kim Myung-jin sends one forward, put on a platter. It's nearly there, but the hands of the goalkeeper get there first. Raha Yazdani to give her team a chance. Seo Yoo-jin gets Bae Bin. Now backwards through Park Yoo-yoon. Lee Dok-ju with all the fans rising. They want to maintain possession now, the Reds. 5.5 minutes left. Or less than 5 minutes, in fact. Headed away. Still trying to get it into that goal area. Still trying to get it through. Chance for Fatima Guerra. The goalkeeper's come out really high. Gets to it first. Kim Min-jung with an excellent decision to come out and meet the ball as the attackers were approaching at pace. 4 minutes to go in injury time. Kim Myung-jin sends it to Seo Ji-yoon. Seo Ji-yoon. Kim Myung-jin has to beat one. Gets around and gets it into the danger zone, but that one gets the gloves of Raha Yazdani. Park Yi-yoon harangued by Gera, who nearly wins it away. And Bae Yabin gets outside to Lee Dokju. Seo Jiun slices up the options. They go inside. Bae Yabin, they've got time, the Reds, and they've got the score on their side. Just got to control the ball. Bam Khatoon win a free. In fact, Bam Khatoon caught offside. So they hand possession back to the Reds once more. Less than 3 minutes in injury time. Anticipation building in Incheon with the Steel Red Angels 1 goal up and in dominant possession here. Jeong Yoo-jin gets forward through Bae Yabin. They want to go through the midfield. Bam Khatoon trying to squeeze them out. Lee Deokju. The home fans on their feet now, would love to see a win in this quarterfinal, the first knockout stage of this AFC Women's Champions League. Seo Ju-yin, is there another goal in this game? They certainly hope so, the Steel Red crowd. Oh, a little push in the back there by Gera, earns a free kick. And Park Yoon is now on the floor. Yes, certainly Gera causing an infringement there. Park Yoon and Jeong Yoo-jin. It's going to be Jeong Yoo-jin that takes the kick. Goes out wide. They want to spread it and create gaps in behind. The Reds, clever play. There's a one-on-one battle. Park Yoon has to go back out wide. Not too much space on this side, but somehow it gets through to Haruhi Suzuki. Haruhi Suzuki had the shot, and it is saved again by Raha Yazdani. The Reds won't give up. Kim Myung-jin sends one out to Seo Ji-yoon. And she can't get the power on it that she would have liked. As Raha Yazdani has the final say on that one. Just seconds left in the allocated injury time. And don't the Reds know it? The Red fans know it, and the Hyundai Steel Red Angels know it. It is full time here. The final whistle has sounded in the first quarterfinal of the inaugural AFC Women's Champions League. The Hyundai Steel Red Angels, they march on to the semi-finals. A dominant performance from the South Korean Giants. They showed their experience, their quality, their hunger for continental glory. For Bam Khatoon, it's the end of their journey in this tournament, but they can certainly hold their heads high. They've showcased the strength of their country's women's football on the continental stage, and they've pushed one of Asia's best to the limit. But tonight belongs to the Red Angels. The most successful club in South Korean women's football takes another step forward in its storied history. And next up, they will face a massive semi-final clash against the winner of either Melbourne City and Taichung Blue Whale. They play tomorrow. The dream of lifting the very first AFC Women's Champions League trophy is still alive for the home crowd. It is still alive for the Koreans, the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, after a thrilling night here in Incheon. Thank you for joining us. We cannot wait to bring you more action. Another quarterfinal is on after this tonight. And of course, 2 more quarterfinals tomorrow, Sunday. This match absolutely living up to the billing. They executed the game plan to perfection, and after 2 almost goals, 1 disallowed, 1 on top of the net, finally a goal fell for number 7, Kim Myung-jin, who will be celebrated tonight in South Korea. Well, that is all from us. History is made as the first quarterfinal for the AFC Women's Champions League has unfolded. That is in the books. 1-0 the score for the Hyundai Steel Red Angels, and they can go home and celebrate. A big thank you to everyone for joining us here in Incheon. It has been absolutely brilliant to bring you the action. We'll leave you with pictures of the teams. As we say goodbye, it is the Hyundai Steel Red Angels 1, BAM Khatoon 0.